What is going on, as they say in YouTube land? How's it going? Welcome back to Creator Breakfast. It's another Saturday. And how is your day so far? If you're in the latter parts of the day, like we are here down under, or if you're in the middle of your day in Europe and the UK, or you're just getting up on the US side of things, welcome to Creator Breakfast. Make sure that you've got your beverage of choice, whether that be the above mentioned coffee, tea, juice, or something a little bit harder, or even good old-fashioned water. Make sure you've got it handy, because it's breakfast time. In some part of the world, it's breakfast time. Well, today we're doing it for Owen. This is not. I'm going to put it out there. This is not an official a live stream for fundraisers, but we're going to promote the GoFundMe, and I am giving one single stream prize today, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But first of all, let's jump into the chat and see who's with us already, which is what we like to do. People coming in before the stream, people like Jacket, of course, coming in. Little Crafty Nook in the house, KTP Wrestling, talking all things WWE and other things. Urban Explorers in the house as well. Paul Peck, Drywall Tube. Don't forget that name. Chantel is here once again. And let's see, who else is coming in? Is Mike Healy from Business Growth Ready is here. He's putting the kettle on because it's time for a cuppa, as we say. And that's it so far. If you're lurking in the chat, make sure you say hi. Let us know that you're here. And as always, we're going to answer your questions. So if you have questions, you can feel free to post them here in the chat. We are going to be doing that guaranteed. Not too many YouTube news stories this week. It's very light on from what I've discovered. So even though we weren't live last week, there wasn't too much new stuff coming in. But we are going to talk about one thing shortly, which I actually made a video on during the week. So you'll have a clue if you've seen that as to what that's about. And yeah, welcome. Let's see. It was great seeing Chantel and Viper yesterday. Oh yeah, I woke up. I slept in a little bit, you know. I'm still trying to catch up on my sleep from last weekend. Last weekend was a doozy. I'll tell you about that in a second. But yeah, I woke up and I fired up Viper's stream because I knew that he was doing a stream and doing it for Owen as well. And for first thing I noticed is Chantel's one of his guests. I thought this is gonna be good, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious. I watched for a couple of hours. The last couple of hours, it was nuts. It was fun. We talked about all sorts of things like pineapple on pizza and Coke versus Pepsi, different things like that. So it was crazy. So if you want to catch the latter part of that replay, it's over on Viper's channel. But yeah, it was crazy. It was definitely crazy. Let's not start too much of that in this stream today. We're only streaming for the next hour because, of course, we've got the usual Saturday morning lineup coming at you today, and I'm kicking things off before I hand the baton, so to speak, over to Mr. Nick Dimon, coming up in just over an hour from now. And then there's a whole lot more happening today, I tell you. I'm going to let you know all about that as well in the stream. Who else is coming in here? My C Prince is here. I saw My C Prince from many of the streams, including the aforementioned one from Viper earlier today, or last night, depending on where you are. Here he is, Neil, the Urban Explorer, live with us in the chat, and Jack asked an interesting question. So wondering who could join us as a guest today. I'm streaming on Ecamm, so I'm not set up to take guests today, and it's only a short stream anyway. I'm going to do a longer stream. I'll probably be having more guests in the future. StreamYard will be the application of choice, but today it's just my old comfortable. Creator Breakfast brought to you by good old Ecamm Live. So that's what we're doing today. We're rocking on the usual show. From the top, let's talk about what we're here for. The thing promised on the thumbnail. We're going to do it for Owen. We're doing it for Owen. Hashtag do it for Owen. And let me tell you a little bit about it. So this is the GoFundMe that we're supporting. So let me just jump over to the correct screen capture here. This is the GoFundMe, which I have posted in the pinned comment on the chat there today, and also in the description. There's a link to this GoFundMe. So we're here to support Owen. You might know him as Owen Video on YouTube. He's been diagnosed. He's got a stage 4 cancer, and he's in the process of getting alternate treatment because that's, because regular doctors aren't doing a lot for him. So alternative treatment is his goal, and he's actually seeing progress with that, which is great. But that comes at a cost. And so us as creators and people who know Owen are supporting this GoFundMe, and the goal is $150,000 US. Currently, we're at 102,845. So it hasn't gone up too much since Vipe stream, because obviously it's nighttime in the US. A lot of people giving from that part of the world. But let's see what we can do to do our small part in supporting Owen in getting his treatment, so that he can spend more time with his family, his young kids and his wife, and so that he can live longer than what medical doctors are saying he's going to live. So we want him to live long and prosper, you could say. Any Star Trek fans in the chat, let me know. But that's who we're supporting today, just to give you a context of who we're supporting today. So if you have anything you can give, make sure you go to the GoFundMe link and drop a donation. You can drop anything from $5 onwards in there, and that would be greatly appreciated. But before you do, let me share one other thing with you there. Let me go. I've got a giveaway for you, and to enter the giveaway, you might want to hold off on putting that support in for a minute or two, because
Creators Conquering Cancer. We're doing it for Owen. Please support the GoFundMe linked in the description and in the pinned comment.
Thank you to my voiceover man, Mike Russell, for filling in the details here. But today on this stream, I'm giving away one single prize, and it is a VidSummit virtual pass. Now, I got this early today in Viper stream, but I want to pay it forward and use this as a tool to help raise more funds for the GoFundMe, because I believe that we need to support Owen. Owen's done a lot for the creator community, and so we're just doing a little bit of giving back. So one single prize, and how you get in is, let's go through this. So you need to support the GoFundMe sometime during this stream. So between now and exactly, it's right on the hour for the next hour, 1 hour. If you drop a GoFundMe during that hour, when you do, put in the comment the hashtag do it for Owen, like what I got on the screen there. What I'll do is after the stream, because it does take a little bit of time to show up on the GoFundMe, there might be like a few minute delay, so I'm not going to do it right at the end of the stream, but I'm going to do it after the stream. I'm going to look at the group of people who gave during this hour, use the hashtag, put the hashtag do it for Owen in the comment of the GoFundMe. So once you've put it, you can share, and then there's another link you can go and comment. Or if you forget, when you get the GoFundMe confirmation email, there's a button you can press to go and leave a comment. Either way, go and leave a comment that says hashtag do it for Owen. So that means I know that you're in my stream and that you are in the draw, want to be in the draw to win a VidSummit virtual pass. The value of these VidSummit passes around the $200 mark. It's about $199, $200. So I believe if you want to win a prize of that value, you need to put some skin in the game and support the cause. So this isn't just some freebie we're giving out, but it's something that I feel strongly that if you're serious about going to, attending VidSummit virtually and getting the value from that, because this isn't some random conference, this is a very powerful conference where you can learn a lot about YouTube, social media, online video, marketing, making money online. There's a whole lot of things that you can learn at this conference. And this isn't just something that you should be just giving out willy-nilly. I want to give it to somebody who wants it, somebody who is supporting Owen as well. So this is the reason why I'm doing it this way. And this is only one prize I have to give. So I'm giving it in this way. So make sure that what happens is afterwards, follow me on Twitter. I will announce on Twitter who the winner is later today after the stream sometime when I have a chance to go through and look at who's entered and then draw a winner. And that's basically how it's going to work. We'll cover that a little bit later. So let's get back to the stream. All right, I'm going to jump back in the chat because I did a lot of talking there. Let's see who else is here. And where are we? We did have some good discussions on how to deal with trolls. Yeah, I got there just in time because all of a sudden somebody had alt accounts and was spamming some inappropriate stuff in Viper's chat, and I kicked them to the curb pretty quick, I can tell you. Becky Charlene is here. Good morning. Okay, and we covered that just before. You probably asked me just before I got to that. Here we go. That's a good idea. I don't know if Vipe's got the time or the inclination to edit his live stream to the highlights, but you never know. Yeah. I just, after I won it on Vipe's stream today, I just felt, yeah, I want to do something more with this than just, oh cool, I got a virtual pass because I can use it myself, sure. Don't get an option to have a comment. Yeah, there's two ways. So there should be a way. Even if you after the fact go in to click on the email that GoFundMe sends you. And yeah, it's like they give you all the social media stuff, and there's a little tiny button underneath that says continue, and you go to that next screen, and then it says, "Hey, do you want to leave a comment?" They should let you leave the comment when you're dropping the donation. It doesn't make sense the way they do it, but that's the way they do it. So there's two different ways. So if you missed the first one, the second one certainly, if you get the email, you can go in. Like I went into one last week on the email, probably like 30 minutes after I got the email, and added the comment. So it's okay. Well, first thing we're going to do is jump in and do the subscriber shout outs. It's been 2 weeks since we streamed, so hopefully I've received some subscribers. So let's jump on and say thank you to those who've joined the channel. And of course, these are the people who have subscribed to my channel since I'm on this camera. since well, in the last amount of time, last week or two, who have public their subscriber list as public. Whoever they're subscribed to is a public list. If you keep yours private, you won't appear on this list. I'm sorry. But these are all subscribers because this is the most recent ones from the top down. Savage Gaming 2323. A lot of Savage Gaming channel, a very common name. So welcome. Bob with a Crucible. Must be like a science type, sort of chemistry type channel. I'm guessing. I'm just going to guess them. Breakfast in Brunch in the morning with somebody. It's a very long channel name. I think it sounds like a live stream show or podcast at some point. Okay, Luxury Levitt. Ooh, luxury channel. I'm not sure exactly what you'd be doing. Sugat. It's a gaming channel. Crumb. Could be a gaming channel. Could be about making bread. Super Paper Potato. That's sort of. Oh, could be a macrame channel. Maybe he's folding paper. Super Paper Potato. Maybe he's making paper out of potato. And Toxic Z Diablo. Could be a gamer again. Could be a gamer tool. Well, thank you. And anybody else, if you're lurking in chat, you're joining for the first time, make sure you say hi. If you're any of these 8 people, make sure to say hi as well in the chat if you're lurking. But thank you. And thank you to all the tools I like to use, which are listed below. And I subtly tell you about it every single week. All right. So we've got that out of the way. The next thing we need to talk about, if there's nothing in the chat, I should look at the chat. Oh yeah, not too much happening in the chat. Just a few. Origami. Did I say macrame instead of origami? It's very possible. It's very possible. I called a pork roast a chicken roast yesterday, so it happens. It happens. Oh yeah, Magic Flying Potato. I think he had, it was like an emergency appendicitis or something like that. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. I'm like, oh my goodness. He's winning prizes left, right, and centre last weekend on the charity live streams, and then all of a sudden he's in hospital. Oh yeah, our thoughts are going out to Magic Flying Potato. Absolutely. Now what was I going to say? Yes. The one piece of news that came out this week regarding YouTube that I want to mention, but you might already know because I did a video on it a couple of days ago. Dark mode has come to YouTube Studio on desktop. Huzzah, huzzah, as they say. So, in honor of that, I'm going to drop a poll today. And here it goes, dropping in the chat right now. Let's do this as a poll. If you want to learn how to do it, if you haven't discovered it already or it hasn't automatically been applied to your channel, then make sure you go back and watch my video, which is fine. You can go watch that. Okay, here's the poll. How do you like your YouTube Studio on desktop? Dark mode or light mode? Simple choice, either or. Make sure you vote on that poll. I'm going to leave it up and we'll look at the results at the end of the show. All right. And at any time, if you have any questions, Q&A type things, make sure you drop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer them. You're going to ask me a question about anything, within reason. You can put it in there. Preferably create a YouTube type questions, but whatever you have for me is fine as well. But dark mode, if you want to talk about dark mode, you've got questions about dark mode on YouTube Studio. We knew it was coming because they preempted it with a funny message in Studio about a month before they actually released it. And people are going, what's going on? And it turns out that somebody pulled the trigger on that little notification a little bit early. But it's there now and it works. Yeah, I find it's easier on my eyes as well. I spend a lot of time on comment section in particular, and when you get comment section, it's very white. Traditionally, it was very white, and the text, it's very spread out, especially on a big screen. The bigger the screen, the more white you're getting in your eyes, and I just love the dark mode. It's just, if anything to ease the burden of my eyes, I'm grateful for at this point. So make sure you vote. In fact, yeah, you can only vote once, but make sure your vote counts. We'll check that out at the end, and we'll keep it going. And you might have noticed, because of we're supporting Owen today, I've turned super chats off. I don't need super chats today because we're here to support Owen. Let's have a focus on that. And as well, I'm not advertising my Buy Me a Coffee link either. So it's all turned off. If you got money, send it to Owen. That's it. Thought I'd just add that thing. I didn't say it before. Okay. Yep. I'm 100%. Yeah, I spend too much time. I work I'd have a desk job. My day job is sitting at a desk looking at a computer screen. And if only Windows, and I do a lot of stuff in Excel quite often, and the white screen just drives me nuts. I wish I had a more modern Excel or something that would actually look good. Any of the dark mode type sort of settings I've applied in the version Excel I have, at least, just look horrendous, so I can't really do much about it. But if I'm at home and I'm on content and looking at comments and stuff, to have it all dark mode, I love it. I'll take it where I can get it. Take it where I can get it. All right. I think I've rattled through about half a dozen different things today that we're talking about. But yeah, don't forget we're doing it for Owen. Let's go back to this one. There's another website here. It's called Creators Conquering Cancer. This is all based. This website is set up to around the live streams that started on Daryl Lee's live stream a week ago today, and has been on Nick Nimmon's channel. It's been on D Nimmon's channel. It's been on Daniel Battal's channel, Brian G. Johnson's channel, Viper, of course, and anybody else. If I've forgotten, my apologies, but it's been on a bunch of channels. You might have seen this particular thumbnail on many of those live streams. But this is the page where you can get more information about what's happening, particularly from a creator point of view, and it talks about the sponsors of these live streams. Not my live stream, of course, but the official live streams. There's a lot of sponsors who have donated prizes, and those things are continuing on and off at different times. So I don't know where they're going to pop up next, but they're going to pop up. But these are the grateful sponsors. So if you know any of these sponsors, maybe you don't know who they are, maybe check them out. And because they've got behind Owen, so it's worth us considering getting behind them. There's something in them that they want to give back to the creator community and to support Owen. So, it's worth checking out. People like VidSummit and Deity Microphones and vidIQ and TubeBuddy, Spreadshop have been huge. They've supplied 500 t-shirts for this, and then all the others, Camtasia and Streamer templates. There's a whole bunch. There's too many I can list off now. But if you want to know more information about it, make sure you go over to creatorsconqueringcancer.com. What I'll do is I will, in fact, paste that in the chat for you right now, in case you do want to check that out, because I think that's worth getting more information. In addition to, of course, the GoFundMe, which is pinned in the chat and also in the description, where you can find out more about the GoFundMe itself. And then obviously the Creators Conquering Cancer website is more about the creator side of supporting Owen at this time, which is everything going in and giving to that GoFundMe. Basically everything will end up in that GoFundMe to support Owen. Here's Kitty. Kitty's here. Let me change back to full screen here. Can someone please do an edited version of the pineapple live stream? It should be 2 hours, all the stupid bits. So that's the pineapple pizza part that I heard. I came in mid on that, so it's like I don't know what happened earlier. Something about D getting a pizza or something. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it was quite jovial. Oh well, in the end, it's on Viper's channel, so I will mention it to Viper. That's all I can do. Mention the Viper. Say, hey, Viper. You're getting requests for this. Put the fun pass together and put it out as a charity video. I don't know. But yeah. So make sure that if that's something you want, that you reach out to Viper and let him know. All right. And let's have a look. Let's check in actually on the GoFundMe. Let's see if we've had any recent donations there so far during the stream. I don't know if we have. I need to go back to this one. There it is. Nothing fresh coming out. You said the newest donation was 7 hours ago, sort of the tail end of Viper's stream there. So nothing fresh yet. So make sure that if you want to support that you drop that. And if you want to be in this show's giveaway, which is to win 1 virtual pass to VidSummit, make sure that when you do drop your donation, you put the hashtag in the comments, do it for Owen, hashtag do it for Owen. I'll pull that information up again for you in a couple of minutes. But yeah, certainly if we pull it up, we'll check in on this a couple more times in the stream. If I see that someone's given during the stream, we'll definitely get the shout out at that point, and then they'll definitely be in the draw. So anybody who gives any amount and puts hashtag do it for Owen in the comment between now and the top of the hour, when this stream finishes, they'll be in the running to win that VidSummit virtual pass. It's a great prize. Definitely a great prize. All right. Let's see what's happening. Let's get back to there. Where are we? Where are we, everybody? Ah, he had the pizza delivered. Yes. D is passionate. I know D is passionate with pineapple and pizza. And we know now that Viper is very anti-pineapple and pizza. And because we're talking about this, I guess I have to put in my point of view is, who do I side with? Do I side with D or do I side with Viper on this? I side with Viper. I do not like pineapple and pizza. So my apologies to the pro pineapple and pizza people, particularly Chantel in the chat. I had pizza early tonight. I had a Supreme from Domino's, and I had them remove the pineapple. Don't make it without the pineapple, I should say. They didn't go and pick it off, but they did not apply the pineapple for me because I don't want the extra sweetness on my pineapple. Although my daughter, she had a Hawaiian, which is basically the two main toppings, pineapple and ham. So, Tisha and my daughter, she loves it. Me, not so much. So that's a 50-50 vote. Janek Extra Technical is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah. Okay. I need to refresh the thing. That was the first time I'd opened it, so I thought it'd be brand new information because I hadn't been on there before. You can go half and half. I think that I'm assuming that's to do with pizza. What kind of Australian are you? I didn't know there was a prerequisite for Australians to have pineapple on their pizza. Pineapple pizza people. I support pineapple pizza people for wanting pineapple on their pizza. If that's your life choice, your pizza choice, I'm happy with that you have that choice. As just as my choice not to have pineapple on pizza. So I think, it's not that I don't like pineapple. I love pineapple. I like eating fresh pineapple, like in a salad, a fruit salad, or just when you go to like a hotel and there's a buffet breakfast and they have like all this fruit and there's like pineapple and various melons and different things. I'll get my plate and I'll pile half the plate up with pineapple and eat it fresh pineapple, fresh, cold, juicy pineapple. Love it. On pizza, cooked, not so much. I think I'm the same with apples actually. I like apples. I eat apples off the tree, apples chilled. Since you cook the apple, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of apple pie. So, anyway, that's how it goes. We're probably starting a whole other thing with the apples now. So, my apologies in advance. And we shan't go down the Coke versus Pepsi route because that was a little bit crazy on Viper's stream. I think that was getting more passionate than the pineapple on pizza. So, whatever your choice is, we're not going to do a poll on that. We've got the poll, which, by the way, is about dark mode, YouTube Studio Desktop. So which do you prefer, dark mode or light mode? Simple poll. So make sure that you get your vote in before the end of the stream. We'll look at the total and see what the breakup is. If everybody's leaning towards dark mode, everyone's leaning toward light mode, it's 50-50 or somewhere in between. We'll check that out at the end of the stream. So, whether it's apple pie or apple strudel or... I understand the appeal. Certainly, definitely a hot dessert type thing. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not an apple fan. Like when it comes to pies, I'm more of a lemon meringue pie, custard pie, sort of, some of those. I'd probably go down like a strawberry or raspberry pie, maybe, depending if it's, how it's been put together. Some people make better pastry than other people. Depends where you get it from. So, not opposed to cooked fruit per se. I do love lemon meringue pie. It's one of my favourites. All right. I don't know where we're going with this. It's gonna. Okay. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna refresh this first before I pull it up. That's probably easier. Do I need to refresh it this way? Maybe I need to refresh this. Ah, here we go. Yeah, that's better. I see it now. Let me pull this up again. Which one are we up to? Here we go. There we go. Kitty dropped $700. Big shout out to Kitty there a couple of hours ago. Well done. And Kitty, if you wanna be in the draw to win a VidSummit pass, mate, just go to your receipt email and just hit comment and put hashtag do it for Owen. I'll let you in the draw, even though it was before the stream. Dropping $700, highly appreciated for the cause, of course. Chantel's dropped a 10, and I'm assuming she's entered into the draw as well. So it's all happening. So make sure you get yours in. You've got until to be considered for this draw. All you have to do is get it in. If we go to the other page, let's hit that.
Creators conquering cancer. We're doing it for Owen. Please support the GoFundMe linked in the description and in the pinned comment.
So if you support the GoFundMe during the stream, make sure you leave a comment on the GoFundMe on that donation that says hashtag do it for Owen. And one person will be randomly selected from that group of donors who donated during this 1 hour live stream. So we've got another 36 minutes, I believe, give or take. I'll give it till the top of the hour because it takes a little while for those to update so I can see them. I will put everybody basically who's commented that into a hat and draw a winner, and then I will announce the winner on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter if you want to know who that is. That'll be announced later today when I can get back to it because, right after this stream, we're on to all the wonderful things, including Nick Nimmin and so forth. And speaking of Nick Nimmin, he's coming up with his stream in 36 minutes too, right on 9 a.m. Eastern. So it's all happening there. Ooh. Kitty's literally going to be there, and yeah, that's if you could be there in person, that's where you want to be. I was there in person in 2019, and yeah, being in person is like the virtual pass is excellent, but being in person, that's like another level. Absolutely. Yeah, the international travel is a bit of a no-go for us Aussies at the moment. I hate to be living in New South Wales right now. The whole entire state has just been put in a lockdown. Most of Sydney and other areas have already been in lockdown for weeks, but now the whole state has been put in lockdown for another 7 days. So it's pretty dire there with the Delta variant. So it's pretty tough at the moment. Us Aussies are not going anywhere right now. We don't want to spread this around. We hope that others are smart and not traveling to spread this around, particularly if you're going from country to country, bringing it from countries where they don't have it, locked down, so to speak, the virus-wise, and taking it to places where, they might go on top of it, but just introduce new community transmissions. It's just a bit silly at the moment. So do what you can. If you go somewhere and do it safely, make sure you do it safely. It's all good. Yeah, have your shots. If you're vaccinated, then you're less likely to get it, and if you do, it's going to be very, very, very much more like just having a bit of a cough and a flu, as opposed to being like on a ventilator or such. And hopefully that'll stamp out the spread, particularly the Delta variants, the slippery sucker, as they say. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the C word. We're here to talk about Owen Video, and we're supporting him today. So keep dropping your donations, whatever little bit you can give, even if it's a $5 minimum, which is on the GoFundMe. Every amount is appreciated. But what is going on today? It's Saturday, it's beginning of the day. This is one of the early streams of the day, but there's a whole lot more happening, and we're going to talk about it right now. We've got quite a handful of streams coming up today, so let me tell you about them. Coming up right after this one, at 9 a.m. Eastern, right after this stream, the one and only Nick Nimmin, in his usual time slot, doing his thing. Back after hiatus last week for doing the charity stream with Daryl Eves. He's back answering your YouTube questions, telling you how you can grow your channel and how to succeed on YouTube. So make sure you're there. Always good value. I'm there every single week as well, so make sure that you jump on over there when we're done here today. Then, sort of while Nick's going, Incorsign's doing his live streaming, often live streams on Saturday mornings. He's a social media lawyer, of course, and today he's talking about best copyright tips. So if you're particularly interested in wanting to know about copyright and how it works, particularly on YouTube, social media, that might be a stream you'll want to check out. Ian Corsign's channel at 11 a.m. Eastern. And it is that Saturday of the month. Dee Nimmin, Daniel Batal are doing their live channel review show over on the StreamYard channel. It starts at 12:15 Eastern today, just after midday. You can jump in, and they have gamified channel reviews, and so it's at another level, and they even give away a prize at the end of the show. It's like a game show. There's a prize courtesy of StreamYard, so make sure you check that out. And finally, as an alternative, and instead of the channel review stream, because it starts just after that at 12:35 p.m., Daryl Eves is doing a live stream, YouTube live stream, and his topic is, and I didn't write it down, let me just check real quick, I should know this, and his topic is how to grow on YouTube, what to do if your channel is stuck. So if you've got a stuck channel, maybe that's a stream you need to be in later today. So go check out Daryl's stream at 12:35 Eastern today. And there's the streams that are coming up immediately following this stream. There's probably more coming. Video influencers are usually doing their live show later today as well. So make sure you jump in and do it. And that'll be wonderful. So let me jump back and see what's happening in the chat. Where are we? Here we go. We've got some questions. That's good. I'm about to film my intro video. What content and length? Question. I've heard some people are now using, I think it's called Subscribestar in preference to Patreon. I haven't heard of Subscribestar. I know Patreon. One platform that's sort of coming up that's an alternative to Patreon is called Buy Me a Coffee, and it's not just like a tipping thing. They've got a membership section that you can set up and customize. But I haven't heard of Subscribestar, so I don't know about that one. And the video intro, talk about an intro at the beginning of each video, or talking about like a channel trailer. So that'd be my question, because I'd have different answers depending on if that's what you mean by you're filming your intro video. I'm assuming you mean a channel trailer. So just let me know on that one. We'll come back to that in just a second. And here's Gabe. He's asking a question. Can we enter in the form of a gift to someone? No worries if not. It's just I'll be there in person. Yeah, well, if you happen to win it, then you can say, hey, can you give it to such and such? So as long as I know who it's going to, we can talk in Twitter DMs if you're a winner. So that would be fine. So it'd be yours to pass on, basically. So since I'm technically passing it on to somebody else. So as long as I know who the final destination is and let the team know, then it's all good. Okay. So Mark from My Sea Prince, I'm going to assume that you're talking about a channel trailer. I would make it no more than a couple of minutes at the most, and just basically hit the impact about the value proposition of your channel on that video. So the content would be not literally these words, but it'd be like, this is what my channel's about, which is that's what value proposition means. This is what my channel's about, and if you subscribe and watch my channel on a regular basis, this is what you're going to get. So if you can answer those questions, and maybe just a little bit about you, or some background story about you that's not too in-depth, but just say, hey, I'm Mark and I'm doing I don't know, I like to talk about ABC, and this is my channel, this is what it's about, and you should come and follow me, subscribe if you want content like this, and then give some examples of that content. A trailer like that would be pretty impacting. I think that would be all you need to do for a channel trailer, and then you can put that on your channel, make it set it up for showing to people who are coming to your channel first time, people who are not yet subscribed to your channel. Yeah, something simple like that would do the trick. I've never done one myself. I've never had a channel trailer. I've always used that spot for just highlighting videos that I've already got, but it's a valid thing, and it's a good way to introduce people to your channel. So that's a win. That's a win. And of course, it's a Q&A show, so keep your questions coming. Keep them coming. You usually talk about creator questions, whether it's technical things about live streaming, making video content, if it's a YouTube question. I like to talk about YouTube nuts and bolts, like dark mode, and how do you do this in the back end of the studio, and maybe there's something else we can do to get this happening, or what does it mean when they talk about this on the monetization page, which is an interesting one. They've added an extra section on the monetization page, so if you're still working at getting into the YouTube partner program, you haven't yet been inducted, I should say, or what's the word I'm looking for? Approved for the YouTube partner program, you might see that you've got the 1,000 subscribers that you have to get, the 4,000 hours of watch time. There's a third one now. Now, I'm told by those in the know that this has always been in the background, but they just had never stated it as something that you need to, have in check, because it's sort of intimated that have good standing in regards to community guidelines. But what they're saying is that you got to have 0 community guideline strikes on your channel to qualify for just to get in. Obviously, sometimes when you're in there, you might have it get one, and then you might get it resolved, or it might after 90 days it expires. So it's not that big a deal in that sense, but just to get in, you need to be at 0. So sometimes if you may get one, then you might just have to wait that out that 90 days and then apply. If you happen to get your 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 hours of watch time in the meantime. I think in most cases, most people don't get in trouble in those areas. If you educate yourself on YouTube and get an idea of what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, then it's not impossible to be strike free. Like, I've never had a community guideline strike, but then there's channels that get them, and whether they're warranted or not, or whether they're in error or not, sometimes you get it and then you can get it removed because there was some error made, and as long as that's removed, it's all good. But yeah, so there's that third option. So don't be concerned about that, because most cases, people, if you stay in good standing, you'll remain in good standing as long as you don't do something silly to get yourself a community guideline strike. And the other thing to note on that is it doesn't apply to copyright strikes. They're not looking at copyright strikes in that section. They're just looking at community guideline strikes. I just remembered all about that today, because people are posting on Facebook groups all week. Oh, there's an extra bit to the monetization page. So it's always something to keep an eye out on. And once you're in the program, though, you don't see that page anymore. So it's like, oh, what's this? This is new. All right. Where are we? Scout Inquirer is here. Greetings and respect from New York. Hello, I am really enjoy your channel. It's very helpful. And hello to everyone in chat. Well, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. Oh, Chantel had one on a stream before she even streamed. Took 2 weeks to have it removed. Yeah, sometimes stuff gets applied in error. Like they may say, oh, you know, we've given you a community guideline strike for link spamming. And you're like, I've never spammed a link in my life. What are you talking about? Or something you're like really random, and then you can sort of work through it and hopefully appeal it and get it removed. Sometimes you'll get pinged for something that's not really, you know, something that you haven't really done, or it's a bit of a raw deal. But there are things that community guidelines, if you study them and know sort of the ins and outs, you know, it's not too hard to avoid those. I always like questions. Here's a question from Scout Inquirer. Do you have a video to teach new moderators how to post links in chat? Oh, have I covered that? That's a good question. I don't know if I've covered that specifically. I know I've covered some other things like the moderation tools. That's a good question. I don't think I have. That's a video I might need to make. So I will work on that one. I'll work on that one. I like covering moderator questions because there's not a lot of people on YouTube who are talking about how to be a live stream moderator on YouTube. Although there are a lot of live stream moderators on YouTube because there's a lot of live streams. I know Luria at Live Streaming Pros has done videos on it and live streams talking about moderating and how to pick a moderator and different things that I've talked about out of my channel as well. So yeah, that's something it's a quick video because it's not a complex conversation, but you know, I think the fact that sometimes we need to be doing quick videos and videos that just get in and answer the questions really quickly, and then we're done and we get out, and then people can go on to watching another video. But answering that one, I will put that on my list. Love it. I like getting video ideas. So I just have to write it down and then remember to look at my list. That's where I go. Chantel says she makes a Google Doc for my mods. That way they have access to all my fresh links and current affiliate links. Yes, a couple of channels I mod for that do that, where we have specific links and different things. And I'm probably going to work on something like that for some point once my live streaming schedule picks up, where I'll want, you know, particular links shared. But that's a good idea. That's actually a great tip. I might include that in my video. Thank you for that. You're helping me write my video here as we speak. So yeah, the Google Docs is a hugely good way of sharing information with your moderators. And that's a great tip. So that's a tip for the streamer to help the moderators do a good job. Love it. And Peter Dell is in the house. Welcome, Peter. Good to have you here again. Where are we? Look, I've got to keep on the time. I think we've talked about all the regular things today, but we'll jump back and look at the GoFundMe in just a second. So what I need to do is make sure that's refreshed. While it's in the background, there's a few more going on there. Yes, we've got a few more. Okay, let's jump on over to screen share, pull up. Let's give the shout outs. Last time we checked, I think Chantel was the most recent supporter of the GoFundMe. Remembering this is for Owen Video, stage 4 cancer. We're helping with his treatment, his alternative treatments, which is actually working for him. He's actually seeing an improvement and a reduction in the cancer, so that's a positive sign. Since then, we've had Michael give $25. Thank you, Michael. We've had Paul Peck drop a 20, and Gabe as well, who was in the chat, dropped a 5. And I'm sure you've all put your name down because I know you're all been in the chat here for the draw for the VidSummit virtual pass. I forgot what it was called for a second. So make sure you've got another 20 or so minutes if you want to support during the live stream to enter this particular competition where we're giving away the VidSummit virtual pass. And what we're doing is, as you give over on the GoFundMe, which is linked in both places, excuse me, then all you need to do is go and put the comment hashtag do it for Owen on that GoFundMe in the comment part where you can leave a comment with your donation. I'm going to go in after the stream, find those, put them in a draw one out to be the winner, and I'll announce the winner on my Twitter. By the way, my Twitter, if you want to follow it, is Doug Houston YT, same as my YouTube channel. So you should find I'm spend probably too much time on Twitter, so you'll find me there for sure. So let's jump back to here, and I've got my countdown there. That tells me sort of when I need to sort of think about wrapping up. When that gets to 0, that's the part that says, hey, you need to wrap up because Nick Nimmon's going to be on soon. And don't forget, Nick Nimmon is coming up on the top of the hour, 9 a.m. Eastern, where he's going to answer your YouTube questions, help you grow on YouTube, and all that other YouTube-related stuff. All right. Where are we? My biggest problem is not knowing how to post links from one internet. All right, we'll go through that. That'd be a great one for the video. So we'll cover from pre-preparing lists for your moderators, and we'll also cover if a moderator needs to go and grab a link, how do they get the link, and drop it in the chat. Peter's in with the question. On a long video, say 50 minutes video, what is acceptable audience retention percentage to help rank higher? Yeah, I think when you get to the longer videos, this is just my opinion, when you get to longer videos, it's getting them to watch as long as possible for any length of time, because the percentage on a longer video is naturally going to be shorter because people have short attention spans, so they're going to click away at a quicker pace. So you might get away with a lower percentage on a longer video because you're still accruing more watch time if they're getting through that percentage, like a 30 or 40% as opposed to a 50 or 60%. So the fact that you're accruing more watch time works more in your favor than the actual percentage on longer videos. This is my opinion. This is only my opinion. But that's what I've seen. Some of my longer videos have been some of my best performing videos. Not always, but often. And that's because they're accruing more watch time over time. And in most cases on my channel, those videos perform better down the road, not immediately. It's not that initial bump. It's the months later. It's like 3 months later, 2 months later, 4 months later, 6 months later. That's when they start to perform. And because they've reached critical mass on watch time. Not necessarily the percentage of watch time, but the accrued watch time overall has got to some sort of critical mass where it's being shared a little bit more. It shows that I have some authority on the subject, and so they get shared out to people who are interested in that subject. That's my opinion on that one. Stack the pads. Stack the pads goaltending. I'm good. How are you? Welcome. Okay. That is my Twitter. Digital Tools of Trade is here. Good morning, good evening, good day, sir. Michael says, I purchased Darryl Lee's book a way back, which I have right here. Let me just grab that. This is the book we're talking about. The YouTube Formula by Darryl Lee's. Do you know if his audiobook came out? I think he's still working on it. It's he has to do it in like short increments to record, the chapters and put it together. So it's taken him longer than expected. I know he did mention it in the live stream last week that he was still recording it. So he's in that process of recording. So I'll be looking out for it maybe late in the year. That'd be my guess. That's just a guess on my behalf. Regarding the video idea, can you do an outline of how you would write and plan it out now? Yeah, that's a good question, because traditionally for me, like Nick Nimmer's got some interesting things on writing scripts and stuff on his channel, particularly some of his old content. I haven't been a prolific scriptwriter myself or planner. I tend to do a lot of my tutorials very off the cuff, and sometimes that works in my favor, sometimes it doesn't. So being a planning is a good idea. I think even if you just write down like some bullet points, just like some points I need to say, okay, I need to start by talking about this, and talk about this, and talk about this. So if you write down the things that you have to hit, and then you can talk about those and make sure you hit them. And then once you've done, you just edit it. You just edit it down for brevity and get it so that it actually... sometimes you might do it and say, that didn't sound right, I'm going to do it again. So you might record it several times each section just to get it right. I'm not one for writing things word for word and scripting per se. So where are we? So certainly an outline, yeah, definitely. I'll just do a bullet point. I'll just write bullet point, and I'll talk about something like value proposition or what is my channel about. Then instead of writing that, write down what your channel is about in your own words, and then use that as a base. You don't have to follow it word for word, but you can just use that as, okay, I need to talk about this, and then you can record that part, and then you do the same for the next point. Okay, the next point I need to talk about this, and then hit that in your recording. So then you know that when you're doing the recording part that you're hitting all the points, and then it's a matter of putting it together at the editing, cutting out the bits that you don't need, leaving in the bits that you do, and brevity for the win is in my opinion. I am great. I'm great. How are you? Session time is huge. Yeah, if you can get someone to stay on your channel and watch another video and then another video and another video, whether that's through a playlist or you're just recommending the next video after the video they're on, if you can keep them on there, that gives you a lot of, we'll call them brownie points with YouTube. I know that's not what they call them, but yeah, session time, yeah, because naturally then each video is accruing watch time, each video is accruing views, each video is accruing data. Where are we? Ooh, Michael's got an interesting one. Yeah, I need to get more into that. What's the problem? What's the pain point? And how do I solve the problem? And obviously, that's great for like a video, like a how-to video or something like that, where this is for you because this is the problem you're having, and the solution to the problem is what I'm talking about in this video. That's sort of the general gist. There's a whole different way of doing that, but that's sort of like the storytelling element, and to draw people in because you're meeting a need. Kitty says, I need to keep it on the time now, don't I? And I clicked on the wrong one. I clicked on the right one, but the wrong one came up. Sometimes I write up a script apart from the demo part and then read it before I record and then put it away. It just reminds me, oh yeah, get you in that mode and that mindset of this is what I'm covering, this is what I'm talking about. It's like getting the distraction. So if you've come downstairs from watching television, and now I'm going to record a video, but you're thinking about watching the last episode of Better Call Saul or whatever you might be watching. I've never seen an episode of that in my life, but I'm just trying to think of. But I just watch the last episode of Better Call Saul, and that's on my mind. I'm thinking about the episode, and now it's distracting me from making a video because I need to be in the mindset of making a video and talking about the thing I'm knowledgeable about. But all I'm thinking about is Loki or Better Call Saul or something. So definitely, getting in the vibe before you start recording is a good idea. Bullet point on a electronic post-it note, yeah. Bullet point in like a notes app, something like that. I use the notes app on iOS, so it syncs with my Mac, syncs with my iPad, syncs with my iPhone. Yeah, I've never seen it either. The first thing came to my head. Why is that the first thing that came to my head when I don't even watch it? I have no idea. There's probably a heap of shows I could have mentioned. All right, we're going to wrap things up in just a second. But for one last time, we've got 8 minutes left. If you want to support the GoFundMe for Owen video, let's go over there one more time. This is the one. This is the one. It's the one that's linked. Now, if you want to be in the draw to win the VidSummit virtual pass that I'm offering on this show today, all you need to do is drop a donation on the GoFundMe, put in that link, in the comment, I should say, the link. Put in the comment, hashtag do it for Owen. After the stream, I'll allow it time to populate. I'll pull all those names out, put them in a hat, draw them out, and announce it on Twitter. And that person can get in contact with me on the DM on Twitter. And I will put your name to the people who are looking after the prizes, because it's my prize which I am paying forward on this stream today. So just so you know, one last final time. So you've got about 7 minutes left to do that. If you want to do that, I need to jump back to this one. Yes. Getting ready for mad coffee runs. Chantel knows me too well. She knows that about this time, between this show and when Nick Nimmons starts, or within half an hour of Nick Nimmons' show, I'm upstairs making a coffee, because we're hitting the midnight hour in another hour or so here in Australia, and the East Coast at least. So, you know, I've got hours of streams to be part of, where it's moderating or watching, participating in. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So make sure. What am I giving away? That's a great question. Here it is.
Creators Conquering Cancer. We're doing it for Owen. Please support the GoFundMe linked in the description and in the pinned comment.
Just to go over it for all the people who've just come in the latter part of the stream. I am giving away a VidSummit virtual pass. All you have to do is support the GoFundMe sometime during my stream. So you've got another 6 minutes. I'm giving it to the top of the hour, even though we're going to finish probably before then. On that GoFundMe donation, just leave the comment, hashtag do it for Owen, which is there. What I'll do is I'll collate all those together. One person will be randomly selected from those who gave during my show. In the last hour, basically, and then follow me on Twitter, because later today, won't do it immediately after the show, but later today, once I know that the GoFundMe is populated correctly, I will put those names in the hat, and I will announce the winner on my Twitter. You will see it there, and then you can contact me on DMs, and I can get your details and send them off to people who are handing the actual information out to get you that virtual pass. That's how it works. That's what we're giving away. That is mine to give, because I won it today. So I'm paying what we call pay it forward for the stream and for supporting Owen. And I appreciate everyone who's given already during the stream. And if you still want to give, even afterwards, make sure you consider to give even later today or next week, whilst the GoFundMe is still active. If there's anything you can do to support Owen to get his full complement of treatment, so that he can continue to do what he does, spend more time with his family, in particular his kids and his wife, of course. Every little bit helps, whether it's a $5 on a super chat or any amount that's on your heart. Make sure you give that and support, whether it's during the show or, which is, near the end, or later on today. Make sure you support regardless of winning a prize or anything. I think people need to support Owen on this one. And it's not too many times we do this as a creative community, but at the moment, we're doing it for Owen. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Make sure you head on over to Nick Nimmons' channel. If a mod has a link, they can drop that if they want to for Nick Nimmons' channel, because we're going to head on over there, jump in the chat. He's going to answer YouTube creator questions. He's going to tell you how to grow your channel. and a lot of other YouTube related stuff. So I want to thank everyone for being here, even those that are coming late. Adam's Exploits is here as well. There it is. Yeah, Owen is very appreciative. He's very appreciative indeed. And I want to shout out Owen because, he's done a lot for me. He's one of the first YouTube educators that I came across. And so he has a special place in my heart as well. All right. One last thing. I was in the middle of wrapping up and I saw Adam's comment there. I need to announce, we need to check the poll real quick. We need to check the poll. The dark mode poll. How do I do this now? End poll. And you'll see it in the chat right now. The poll will be announced there real quick. And it's 50-50. It's exactly 50-50 dark mode, light mode. We're very indecisive, us creators. Some like it, some don't. Some like light mode, some like dark mode. So there you go. What can I say? 50-50. We're straddling the fence. We're on the fence. There's no clear winner. I want to let you guys go. Get over to Nick Nimmon's stream. So thank you for joining me. We'll probably be back next week. I don't see why we would be back. D, the Dark Mode King, is actually a light mode fan when it comes to the studio. Believe it or not. It's shocking. It's shocking. But we should discuss it at a later time. Let you go. Get over to Nick's channel. This is Doug. And I'll catch you later. If I can find my end screen. Catch you later.
Stay tuned for Nimmin Live. Right after the stream, Nick will answer your YouTube questions live.